Make sure to use StarCode SUGARCOFFE whenever you buy Robux for premium. And also, go get my UGC item from the catalog. The link is in the comments below. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be touring and rating every single house inside Adopt Me Part 4. This is also the last part of this entire series. And I know this whole video is so long that it took 4 videos to complete, but there's so many houses inside Adopt Me, and I kind of want to go deep into them, so this way I can have more time to show you guys one by one and show you guys them more clearly and more specific. So inside this video, I'll be rating every single house as well, and just keep in mind that these are just my own personal opinions, so you guys don't have to listen to me, and it's just what I think and my opinions on the houses. So here are all the houses that I'll be talking about inside this video, and if you guys watched part 1 already, feel free to skip this next part using the timestamps in the comments below, because I'll be explaining how I'm going to rate the house in this next part, and I'll be rating them the same as how I did it in the part 1 video. So if you guys haven't watched part 1, stay tuned to see how I'm going to rate these houses. But if you guys did, feel free to skip it, and there will be timestamps in the comments below. So inside this video, I'm going to rate every single house in 3 categories, and I'm going to give them a star out of 5 stars. So the first category I'm going to rate every single house on is the price, and obviously I'm not going to rate it from the most expensive to the most cheapest house, but instead I'm going to rate if the price that you're paying is worth the house that you're getting. So there are a few houses that are just really expensive, but they're really good, and I think they're really worth the price. So I'll be rating the price of the house on whether it's worth it or not. And the second category I'll be rating on is the interior, which is the layout. There are a few houses on Adopt Me that just have a really weird layout, which have like a big chunk of space, and it's kind of a nightmare to decorate because I feel like everyone buys a house so they can decorate it later on, and if it's really hard to decorate, I might not want to get it. There are a few houses that I got it once, and it feels like I'm never going to use it again after the update video, so I'll be rating it on that as well. And the third category I'll be rating the houses on is the exterior. So whether the house is really nice looking on my personal likings, and also if the house is good for all 4 seasons and you can use it any time of the year and it won't be really weird. And so after explaining how I'm going to rate the house, and with all of that said, now let's get right into the video. The next one is the Millionaire Mansion, and this one costs 1,250 Robux, which is the most expensive house in the game that costs Robux. And this house, I feels like it is definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the name. It's definitely worth the price. And this house has so much you can do with it. And I use this house so much. It is definitely worth buying it because you can have so many uses this house. And I think it's very much worth it. So the interior of this house is very big, and I use it as different stuff. So over here you have a room which I made into like a party room. And out here you have a very big open space. You have these giant windows which go all the way up to the roof. And I love these windows so much. I think they look super modern and super cool. And over here you have a kitchen where you can use it as however you like. And out here you have an entire garden and a humongous pool. So I feel like this pool is so amazing. I just love it. And out here I made so much stuff, and your garden actually extends outside, and your garden area is quite indoor because you have this glass roof and these glass windows, but you can actually glitch outside and there's so much more space. So this house gives me so much space to have more creativity, and I just love this house a lot, and how I already use so many space outside. I'm almost running out of space. And I spend a lot of time with this house because I build a lot of stuff in this house, and I feel like I have this very strong relationship with this house. I just love it so much. And over here I have some space under the stairs, and this house has 3 floors with a bunch of rooms. So over here you have a movie theater which you can have some movies and snacks, and here there is a bathroom which is a very big bathroom. So this bathroom have like this giant space and also this small space over here. And moving upstairs, there's a 3rd floor which have 3 rooms, And here I made them, like, I made the rooms separately because I never made this house together as like one was one theme. But I use these rooms separately for separate videos. And here is a lab that I made as a science lab, a classroom. And I also have a gym over here. And this gym is, I feel like the spaces of these rooms are very nice for separate builds inside each room. Also, I have a salon over here, and I covered it up, but this house came with a diving board. So I was like, this is really cool. So if you go over here, you can dive into your pool. So it's like, I don't know, but this is really cool. This is the only house that have a diving board. And you can just jump all the way into your pool from the third floor, and it's so cool. And for the exterior of this house have 2 balconies and 1 rooftop, and I think it's the house with, actually no, the apartment have even more balconies, but this one have 1 balcony over here. There's 1 more balcony up here, and there's a helicopter rooftop. Sadly, we do not have like planes and helicopters in Adobe yet. But if one day we have one, this is so perfect. Like, you have a rooftop and this like helicopter pad, you can land it here, and it's so cool. So I rate this house a 4 stars out of 5 because I use this house so much, and for the price I paid for it, I had so much use out of this house. I feel like the price is so worth it, and also this house is so big. It might be hard to decorate for some of you guys, but I did not have any of those decorating problems with this house, and I think the rooms in this house are very nice as well, so I just love it. The next one is the Ruler's Castle, which costs 6,899 Adobe cash. But you can see this castle is so huge. I think it might be the tallest house in Adobe. I have no idea, but I think it is. And there's like even a tiny garden up there that you can like grapple over there. But even though this house looks so big on the outside, I think it's not worth the price because the interior is nothing compared to the outside and so much more smaller. So inside this house, I made it a Harry Potter themed house, and I feel like it is a cast, and I feel like I made a very good use of this house because it have this very giant space over here that I have no idea what to use before, and after the magic furniture came out, I feel like Harry Potter is so perfect. And I did block these 2 places off because I did not need to use them. But there's rooms behind here, and there's actually a lot of rooms and a lot of space. But these spaces are always very big spaces, and like here's a kitchen, and in here is like a small bathroom. I feels like the bathroom is so long, I don't really know what to do with it because it's so, I would rather have like a big square space than a very big and long space. So I feel like it can be quite hard to decorate, and I just kind of hid it because I made the Great Hall and I didn't need it. And similar over here, there's a different looking room, but also like a similar room back here. Let me show you guys. Okay, so there's a big open space, which is kind of like a dining room in here. And I feel like it is so big because this dining table is the biggest dining table in Adobe, and this dining table looks small in this room. So I feel like this room requires at least 2 of these tables, and you're never gonna need them. So I feel like these rooms can never be filled up, and unless you use this as like a party room or something, I don't see myself using this, so I covered it up. And upstairs, I love how they made the stairs. They made the stairs kind of like on both sides, so it's kind of like it's curved all the way up, and then over here there's like this big space. Once again, I love this. It's kind of similar to the party house that you can look down at the first floor, and I think it's very unique and it's really cool. And over here there's 2 rooms. I made these 2 rooms different. So here is one of the bedrooms, and you can have like a baby room in here. So I feel like this is really big for a baby room and so long. I don't know why with this house it has so many long rooms, and I am not a fan of long rooms, so I personally did not like this room and did not decorate it. And over here I made this part into a train station because this house is Harry Potter themed. So I feel like this space for a train station is quite nice. And somewhere behind here, I don't really remember. Oh, here, okay, I found it. So somewhere behind here, I made Harry Potter's dorm room, and I think this space is very nice for a bedroom. but it's kind of like inside of a room, so it's kind of awkward having a bedroom in another room. So I'm not really sure about the layout of this whole entire house, and I just pretty much know I found the layout. I feels like the layout is really hard to make something out of it. And for the exterior, I love the exterior a lot because of how big it is. But it's quite sad knowing the exterior does not match with the interior because the interior is a lot more smaller. But I personally love this whole area, which have like a small garden over there. I'm gonna go ahead and grapple over there so I can show you guys. So here's like this small garden over here. I have no idea what this is for, but I think it looks super cute and I love this area. So for the exterior, it's definitely one of the best parts of this house, but personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. So for this house, I'm going to rate it a 2 out of 5 for the exterior, but for the price and for the interior, I just don't really like it. I might actually rate it a 1 star because I don't see myself using this house at all, and spending so much money on it is not really worth it for something I don't feel like I'm gonna use every day. And now we're finally on to the last house on this list. There's a total of 22 houses, and I already spent a few hours recording, which is kind of crazy. But anyways, so here is a luxury apartment. It costs 8,000 Adobe cash. It is the most expensive house in the game, and I feel like the price is really worth it because getting this one house is like getting 5 houses. So I'm gonna explain why. And this house is an apartment, and inside it kind of includes 5 other houses. I'm not really sure how to explain, which I will show you guys. And I think this house is very nice for role playing and also sharing with friends. So once you walk inside the house, you're gonna see this giant lobby area. And I feels like I can see people renting this house out, like renting it to their friends or to customers or stuff. It is a very nice role-playing house. And down here as well, this house have a pool. Oh, actually, I was wrong. I said the futuristic house is the only house that have a pool that costs no Robux. But this one actually costs no Robux and have a pool as well. So it have a very big and deep pool for everyone to use, and it is all the way in kind of like a basement area, and I like it a lot. And this house have these swirly stairs, and which goes all the way up to the penthouse. One thing I don't really like about these swirly stairs is because they have no fences, and I can fall off to the bottom at any time. I have to climb all the way back up. So I feels like that's one. Yeah, see, it just happened there. You can fell off at any time and having to climb all the way back up, so it's kind of annoying sometimes, but I love the swirly stairs. And in this house, there's so many spaces, and as I said, it's kind of like buying 5 houses, so the price is kind of worth it. And I've decorated one down here, which is a luxury apartment. I made it very gold and white themed. So I have a bathroom over here, and I have a sauna in here. I actually love the layout of this house. I think it's so cool. And every single room and every single apartment have their own balcony. And these balconies are actually smaller over here, and the one for the penthouse is a lot more longer, but it's kind of thinner as well. So they're kind of the similar size, and it just fell off. So you see how I keep on falling from this house? This house have so many places which I can fall off from. So the apartments on the first and the third floor are the same, and the ones on the second and the fourth floor are the same. So this one on the second floor is a bit smaller than the one on the first floor, and they have like 1 bedroom over here and also 1 bathroom and a big living room outside. So this one is a bit smaller. It also have the same balcony, and I'm not going to show the one on the third floor because this one is the same as the one on the first floor, and the one on the fourth floor is and this one is the same as the one on the second floor. So I'm not going to show those to you. But for the penthouse, this penthouse is amazing and decorated. I made it into a loft myself, and I think this penthouse is so big. It has so many spaces, and I made a kitchen over here. I made a dining room over here, a reading area, and my living room. And on top of my living room, I made a loft using some barriers and bricks, and I made it into a small gym because it feels like it's more bougie that way. And over here, there is the balcony, which I show you guys outside. And this one have a bunch of rooms. There's like this closet area over here, and I have a small kids room over here, and there's like a bunk bed with a bathroom. And there's also a master bedroom over there with also a bathroom. So this one have 2 bathrooms, and I think it's very useful. I think it can fit a lot of people. Just this one penthouse itself is kind of like already the size of one house. So I feel like this buying the apartment is kind of like buying 5 houses. And outside the exterior, it is very, very big. It's super, super tall as well. And you can see all the balconies and the penthouse. And one thing I love the most about the exterior is that I have a parking spot. And I feels like it's so cool. But the thing I'm really concerned about is that I have 5 apartment rooms, but only 2 parking spots. Where's the rest of the 3 people gonna park? I have no idea, but they're gonna figure it out. So I'm going to rate this house a 4 stars out of 5. The 1 star that I did not like is the price because it is so expensive, and I know it's so impossible to some of you guys to save up for it. It's gonna take so long to save up for this house. But this house is definitely worth the price. And I feel like this house can be such a good role-playing house or like a family house to play with friends. So I like this one a lot, and it can also be one of my favorite houses. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like the video, please leave a like. And also subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!